So, I posted this flowchart yesterday. I posted a picture of like how to decide what to do next on my Facebook feed. I had shared it in my group. It was something I had made on my whiteboard earlier in the week for a client, and I was like, cool, I'll share this. And it got a crazy amount of response. I've had people ask if they can share it. I've had people share it like crazy. I've had all kinds of comments. I've had people reach out and say it was really helpful. And it really it stopped me yesterday. It was like, what the hell? You have had something like that happen where you were like, really? Wait, what? What just happened here? So I sat down last night. I was walking the dogs with my husband last night, and we were talking about it, and I was thinking about it when I got up this morning, and I realized that there are three important lessons here that I have to walk away with that, like, maybe are also useful for you. Number one, I wrote myself a note so I don't forget anything, is that people really respond to visuals. As a teacher, I know this. I poorly, yes, draw pictures for students all the time. I draw pictures to think. I draw charts. I make diagrams. That's how I lay out ideas in my head. It's how I've always laid out ideas for other people because I know having visual cues really helps us not only to remember things, but to like fit them into the schema already in our brains, right? When we can see what it looks like, right? It makes a huge difference. And you'll say that, like you'll hear people say that. You've said it, where it's like, well, but I just can't see what it looks like. When you're struggling with something, you can't see how it flows. Draw a picture. Pictures make a huge difference. They make a difference when you share it with a client. They make a difference for yourself. I am continually drawing pictures here. They're ugly, mostly, but they're really useful. The second thing was that a lot of times we pull ourselves back. I know I do. This is something I caught yesterday. We pull ourselves back because we're like, yeah, but that's really simple. Like, how can it be useful to people if it's so simple? Well, it still is. The simplest things sometimes are the most helpful because they're the easiest for people to grab onto and assimilate into their thinking, right? The simplest things are the most straightforward. It's one question, one picture, one idea instead of 46. We don't feel like those things are good enough because they're not big, they're not overwrought, they're not 16 steps, they're not 4 pages long. But they are. They're actually better in so many cases. If somebody said to you, I'm going to give you 12 ideas, you go decide the one that's right for you, or I'm going to give you one idea that's going to help you right this second, which one would you take? I'm going to take the one, personally. Simple is better. And then the last thing I was reminded of yesterday is that the things that are simple for you, the things that are simple for me, are the things that are your magical genius. And this is like I was kicking myself yesterday because this is something I have one client I talk with about all the time. She'll say to me, Sarah, but like everybody thinks like that. Everybody makes decisions the way I think about it. And I'll say to her, no, they don't. That's your magic. And somebody yesterday said to me, like, more charts. And I was like, oh, not everybody else thinks in charts all the time. I think in charts all the time. I think in flowcharts. I think in diagrams. But it's simple to me because it is my normal. But it's also maybe my genius, right? The thing that is simple to you that you're like, yeah, everybody knows how to do that. Listen, y'all, everybody doesn't know how to do that. That's why you're here. You are here to tell them that thing. Without you, they don't get to do it the other way, the simple way. The same thing, like you've had the same teacher teach you something twice, right? Or you've had learned the same thing twice from two different teachers. And the experience can be totally different because one person makes it 46 steps and complicated, and another just pares it down to exactly what you need. The thing that you are a genius at is the thing you can teach the simplest way, the most straightforward, without the clutter, without the drama, without the extra. That's your genius. and dialing it back and pulling out of it and being like, it's not valuable. Because of course everyone else thinks this way. They don't. They don't all think this way. Which is why you need to step forward and share it. I learned yesterday. I was like, oh duh. this is my thought pattern that helps other people. It's something I do with clients all the time. I make charts for days. But I don't always share it wider because I think like, oh, everybody else makes charts. No, they don't. Not everybody thinks like me. Not everybody thinks like you, and that is why you are here. So today, that thing that you're like, so simple, everybody's got to do it like that, go share it, please, because there's someone in your circle right now who needs it. That's why they're with you. Have a good day.